Yeah, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this Money Making Wednesday here with the Pig Dogs Morning Show. We're here 365 every single day, breaking down the day's action. Welcome to the morning show. Today we got a full schedule of Major League Baseball, 15 games and one game from the WNBA. The NHL Stanley Cup Finals are officially over. Shout out to the Florida Panthers, back-to-back defending Stanley Cup champions, man. That's how you going to defend some shit. Shout out to them boys. Shout out to them boys. Shout out to them boys. And we got an early preview, man. We're basically here at this point. Likely one or two games left in the NBA Finals. The dog days. The dog days of summer are here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do it. Let's talk about today's action. I got Ron the Don Romanelli, Mr. Rundown, here with me today to talk about today's action. Nobody better to have with me on a day like this. What's happening, Ron? How you doing today, my man?
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me, Jay. Like you said, congrats to the Florida Panthers on another Stanley Cup win. But with that, the New York Islanders are now officially on the clock for the number one overall pick in the 2025 NHL Draft. I am super excited. As an Islanders fan, the last couple of seasons not great. Now we get the first pick. Off season should be pretty busy. I know that's NHL off season is not everybody's cup of tea, but for me, I'm pumped. There we go. Oh, I gotta show my new cat. Just when you think, oh, Siamese. Oh, another one.
Ron
was after this one.
Damn cats, man.
Dead. Decapitated.
Ron and these damn cats, man. Shout out to the cats. Shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. I can't really remember the last time he had a repeat champion in a sport. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It's been a minute.
How about the Chiefs?
Was it the Chiefs?
Try to go for it again last year.
Yeah, it was the Chiefs. You're right. It was the Chiefs. In basketball, though, who was it? In NBA, I'm trying to think. I feel like we ain't had no repeat champion in the NBA in a minute. Oh, I gotta look at this now. NBA champs. It was the Warriors was the last one, 2017, 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before that, it was Miami 2012 and 2013. Yeah, been a little minute, man. Been a little minute. Shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I'm trying to think anything else that happened yesterday that was just crazy. We had a lot of baseball yesterday. We had a good WNBA card yesterday. That's what happened. Yeah. It was a great WNBA card yesterday. It got chippy in the WNBA last night in a couple games, man. The Sun tried to beat up little Caitlin. She still came out there, was talking shit and had a great game. They dominated the Sun. My Wings got a dub over the Valkyries. Shout out to them, second win of the season. I thought the Sky was going to pull off that money line for me. They had to lead most of the game, and then late third, fourth, they kind of let the foot off the gas. The Mystics came and got them, but I was surprised to see the Aces play as well as they played. But overall,
Wings.
Yeah, man. Overall, it was a really good night of hoops though last night. That was a really good night of.
Yeah. And then they followed up with one game, Mercury and Sun.
Mercury and Sun today.
I just don't get their scheduling sometimes, but oh well. At least we got one game. And somebody mentioned the Mets blowing the 4-1 lead. I think the Mets are in trouble right now. They have obviously a tough schedule with their division rivals, and Senga, McGill, Stillman, Manaya, a lot of injuries in that rotation. You're forced to go with Paul Blackburn up against Chris Sale. And then you face Strider tomorrow. Not an easy spot here for the Mets. They could be that division lead could be slipping.
It could be slipping. The Braves do play well at home. I don't like the current form of the Mets. You get swept at home by the who they get swept by the Rays.
Yeah.
At home where they've been dominant, it's a little concerning. And the Rays, in the Braves, as I've said, they kind of got their swag back. I'm still a Braves hater. Don't get it twisted. I'm still a Braves hater, but it's not. It don't take a blind man to see with Acuna back in the lineup. They got their swag back. So, it's gonna be an interesting series. I am a Paul Blackburn guy. Everybody knows that I love me some Paul Blackburn. I'll let you guys know in a minute if I take a shot on some plus money with him today. Plus money. Paul Blackburn, as we like to call him, the plus money demon. The plus money demon, Paul Blackburn, man. But other than that, man, I'm trying to think if there was anything else that was just crazy yesterday. Scrolling through. The Twins continue to be hot ass. They scared me for a minute. The Reds locked in. No, that's really it. And there wasn't nothing just too crazy yesterday. But all right, Ron, we move on to today, man. Money Making Wednesday. Ready to cook up today's action?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I do hear a little bit of an echo. I don't know if everybody else hears that echo when I talk.
Man.
Maybe it's just my end.
I got a new mic right here, and I haven't really tested my sensitivity, so you might just be hearing. I don't have headphones in, so you might just be hearing you come back to me. I can switch mics. I'll fix it another day. Let's see.
No echo. All right. Maybe I'm just going insane.
Cool. Let's do it. Move on to today's action. Major League Baseball. First game on the board. We got the Boston Red Sox. They got obliterated yesterday, 8-0. Do they bounce back today with Garrett Crochet on the mound versus Luis Castillo? Red Sox slight road favorites, -120. We got the Phillies and the Marlins. Suarez versus Mazur for the Marlins. Is this his first start of the season? It looks like it.
Yeah, Adam Major. Yeah.
Yes, sir. First start for him this year. We'll see what he got. We got two of my favorite pitchers in this league battling it out in this next one. One of the best lefties in all of the game. Heaney dog, man. Andrew Heaney battling it out with our ace, our all-star. Man, the best pitcher in the game. Tariq Skubal, man. Tigers priced at -310 today. Holy shit. And we got the Rockies and the Nationals. Mitchell Parker and Marquez battling it out. Nationals sizable home favorites. How you feeling today, Ron? Start out the day in baseball.
Well, the Nationals. It's funny. About a week ago, I mentioned that the Nationals were one of the more profitable teams in baseball because they were really doing well as underdogs. And now, since I've said that, they've gone on this giant losing streak, and they, as big favorites in this series and against the Marlins, they are no longer a very profitable team. I can't lay this kind of price with them. I think that the Rockies have shown they've been competitive in this series. Marquez has been a lot better as of late. I think Colorado does enough here at this price. I think it's definitely worth a shot with the Rockies on the money line. And then, it's a steep price, 310 on the money line. Even the run line, you're laying negative odds. But I still think the Tigers. I thought that the Pirates' good shot in this series was yesterday, where they had a lead and then they were tied in the middle innings and then they gave it up and blew the run line cover as well. I thought that was their best chance to win a game in this series. Now up against the Cy Young winner in Skubal, I don't think the Pirates do enough here. So I think the Tigers win this game probably by 3+ runs in a lower scoring game, 5-0, 4-1 type of game.
Fair enough. Frustrating day for me in baseball yesterday. Y'all know me, I always call a spade a spade. One game that I lost was this Red Sox Mariners. I had the under 7.5. And of course, Mariners come out score 8 and the Red Sox go scoreless. I was just like, what the bro? That's baseball for you though, man. And then also in baseball, you gotta have quick memory loss. Act like yesterday didn't happen. because they right back at it. In football and basketball, very rarely. In football, never. But in basketball, they do play back-to-backs, but rarely. So, you can kind of be mad at a team for 2 or 3 days in the NBA and then be back on them. Baseball, you got to just forget it and be ready for the very next day. And I say all that to say, I'm going right back to that under. Red Sox, Mariners. Red Sox bats a little concerning after what I saw yesterday. I think Castillo at home will have another solid outing. How many solid outings? How many unders have we cashed with Castillo in this ballpark over the last couple seasons? And I think Crochet will slow down this Mariners offense a little bit today. So not overcomplicating it. Early start time. Not in love with either offense. 2 really good starting options. Total 6.5. Oof. I think it's a really low scoring game today, though. 2-1, 3-1, something like that. If I were to lean aside, I would lean Red Sox in a game like this. They think it's a good bounce back spot for them, but I'm not in love with it. Not in love with the side. Much rather play the total. Give me the under. Red Sox, Mariners. Our Tigers, man, our ace, our all-star, he's unbettable today, man. We knew this was coming. We got to get creative. I kind of like them for some strikeouts today. The Pirates, they're not really a dominant offense. They've been struggling swinging the bat all season. It's kind of been the nail in the coffin for them. They've had some decent pitching, but offensively they've struggled. So I don't think it's too crazy to think that the best pitcher this year in baseball comes in and shuts them down. Give me a Nerfy, no runs first inning. Give me a Pirates team total under. Give me a Pirates first 5 team total under. I'm just trying to figure out ways to specifically target Scooble against bad batting. That's all I'm doing.
Scooble to throw a no-hitter.
I kind of like it. I mean, you could talk me into it, and I wonder what the odds on that are for today.
Yeah, crazy odds. But Pirates, they've been terrible against lefties. They strike out left and right. I've been one to say I think the Pirates lineup is better than what most people think, but more so against right-handed pitching. They've just been miserable against lefties. So Scooble, definitely a good spot for him. If he doesn't pitch well, that's on him. Nothing I can do about it.
Scooble's strikeouts are at 9.5 today.
Wow. I like the over. I mean, he's obviously a strikeout pitcher. The Pirates, 28% strikeout rate against lefties last month. Unless he gets shelled, which I obviously don't see happening. If he can go 6-7 innings, that should be enough for 10 strikeouts.
Here's an interesting bet here. They got earned runs allowed for Tariq Scooble under half a run at plus 145. I think it's worth a shot. That's asking for a lot.
Yeah, I'd rather just take the no-hitter at plus $1 million, whatever it is.
Let me see if I can find it.
You probably won't be able to, but plus 140, not enough for under a run for me.
Fair enough. I don't. I'm just scrolling and see if I see it. I don't see it. Don't see it. If somebody else sees it in the comments, let us know, man. Let us know. I'm just trying to get creative and bet my guy today. I've been a Scooble guy last few seasons, so expect him to have a good outing today. 9K is a lot. It's a lot, but the Pirates bats are some shit. So we'll see. And that's all I really like here in this slide. Rockies, Nationals, I agree with Ron. It would be a shot on the Rockies today. The Nationals at this price at home, I'm good. I'm cool. Nationals home dog. Nationals home underdog. Nationals home underdog. That's where we've been profitable with them over the last 2 seasons. When they get to being favorites and shit like this, no, can't, won't. Small in on the Rockies. I don't know if personally I get to the window with that, though. Just letting y'all know my thoughts. First slide of the day, Ron. Let's keep it rolling, Brody. Let's keep it rolling. Next up, we have we got the Yankees and the Angels. We got Yarborough on the mound for the Yanks, the Bronx Bombers, and we got Kwanowitz. think that's right.
Kohanowitz.
Kohanowitz. There we go. Kohanowitz on the mound for the Angels. Yankees minus 210. We got the Diamondbacks and the Blue Jays. Lauer versus Mr. Rodriguez. Even line in that one. We got the 50-50 Twins battling it out with Nick Lodolo in the Cincinnati Reds. And we got Mr. Plus Money, the Plus Money Demon, Paul Blackburn, out on the road versus the Stopper, Mama That Man, Chris Sale. Good slot, man. I think this is a good slot, probably one of the best slots of the day. Y'all know what I'm doing here. I'm attacking the Cincinnati Reds. That's what I'm doing. I come in here and I preach to y'all all the time about the 50-50 Twins. The reason they're 50-50 Twins, they go on long winning streaks and they go on long losing streaks. And when they're in the midst of a streak, you just continue to ride it until you fall off. It's kind of like if you ever play dice and somebody hot as fuck on dice, you just stay rocking with them until they crap. And that's what you got to do here with the Twins. So now in a 5-game losing streak, this thing could end up 13, 14 games. Like, this is the Twins. This is the Twins. We rode the winning streak earlier this season. Even last night when they looked like they had it, Reds jumped out. Then the Twins took what didn't they? I feel like a 5-1, I think, if I remember correctly. And then the Reds walked them down. Going back to Cincinnati, I think Lodolo has a good outing today. No bad words really to say about Ober. I'm just in that mode where I'm fading the Twins, keeping it rolling, expecting this losing streak to continue. Give me the Cincinnati Reds. Playing well right now, too. Actually, the Reds are a streaky team, too, and they're actually playing well right now. So just riding these two teams to continue their current form. I want to take a shot with Plus Money Paul Blackburn, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, bro. I want to do it, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not betting the Braves today. I'm telling you that. I'm not betting the Braves today. But I'm going to leave the game alone. I'm just stay away. I don't like the current form of the Mets, man. I just don't. You get swept at home where you're dominant, where we've cashed with you all season. That speaks volume to me. Like, it's okay to lose every now and then, but to get swept, I think, is not playing well. Then you go play your rival on the road who is starting to gain some confidence, who's starting to close that gap, who has their swag back with the second best player in baseball back. Yeah. Maybe I'll get creative and try to pair up a Braves money line with something else and a 2-team Brad Jovan style parlay. We'll see. But I'm just not interested in fading Atlanta right now, and especially not for the current form of the New York Mets. So I am part of the Mets train. I do like the Mets, the OMG Mets, the Grimace, all that shit, but not in great form. And in baseball long season, we all know teams go through stretches and flows of playing well and not playing well. And this is just a not playing well stretch for the Mets. Give me Atlanta. I wouldn't go run line. I don't trust that team to go run line, but I will pair it up in a 2-team money line parlay here momentarily. So that's what I like here in this slot, man. Yankees, Angels, not in love with. Blue Jays, Diamondbacks, flip a coin. Ron, how you feel?
It's all over for the Mets. The season is over, unfortunately. The Mets are the Jets are the Knicks. Teams and franchises that are cursed. Anytime that you have expectations for these franchises, they're going to crush your dreams, break your heart. And Mitch would always say God punishes those who bet on the Mets. This is a Mets team. It's in terms of its pitching rotation, is just in a lot of trouble with all the injuries. Paul Blackburn is not a viable pitching option, not just a starting pitching option. He shouldn't be on a major league mound in general, in my opinion.
Hey, be careful.
We had a situation last week. The Mets were up against the Rays. Holmes was only able to go 5 innings. It was still a competitive ball game. Obviously, the Mets were winning. Paul Blackburn enters the game for some reason. Carlos Mendoza thought he was the best option. He blows the lead. The Mets lose that game. They're going to get swept. Now they've lost the first game in this series. They blew another lead because David Peterson was left in the game too long. I've mentioned a few times, Mendoza is a good players manager. They like playing for him. I question his management of the bullpen at times and his lineup management as well. I think the Mets are in trouble going forward. But anyway, after that Mets rant, I'll talk about the Twins, my team.
You just been waiting for the Mets to fall off. You didn't like
sure
them at
have.
the beginning of the season. They played well to start. Now they're starting to kind of falter a bit. We'll see if the slide is that bad or if they're just in a little mini stretch. We'll see. I'm still believing in them. I still believe in them. I'm not jumping off the train, but I don't like this stretch either. We'll see.
The good thing for them that could save the season is they have deep pockets, so they're going to be able to spend at the trade deadline. Thing is, this deadline doesn't look to be the most available. It doesn't look to be the best, but nonetheless, they have a lot of prospects that they could move to get pieces. So if their rotation is still banged up by the deadline and they still want to go all in for it, they have the players in the farm system to make those moves. But then it's basically we're all in this year. And when you have Juan Soto for the next 10 years plus, does it really make sense to go all in this season? I'm not sure, but the Mets are going to act like the Yankees and Dodgers by spending every offseason. So maybe they will go for it this trade deadline. But I like the Reds team total over against Bailey Ober and the Twins. Bailey Ober really concerning me recently. 6 walks his last game. That's just very unlike Ober. He's somebody that really doesn't have issues with the walks throughout his career. He's somebody that more so has issues throwing too many strikes and too many pitches down the heart of the plate. When he struggles, we usually see the home run ball be a problem. Now, that's also being an issue right now. He gave up 4 home runs in his last game with those 6 walks, and he's given up 6 home runs his last 2 games combined. I am really worried about Ober right now, and that doesn't get any easier facing a Reds team that's crushed righties in the last month, and you're pitching at Great American Ballpark. So I think the Reds continue to score a ton of runs. They've their offense has been great recently, and I'll go with Cincinnati team total over. I'm just not really sure what we see from Lodolo, and we did see the Twins at least compete offensively on Tuesday, so maybe they do show up and make this another competitive game, but I at least think the Reds will score some runs here.
They can make them competitive all they want. Still gonna lose.
All right. Easy there. Hey, what's that Royals Twins?
You're just in love with them Twins. I forgot. You missed the Twins. Yeah, that's what it is.
How about the Royals and the Twins bet, Mr. Francis? If you're out there, I'm still feeling very good about it.
I mean, they're both some hot shit. So like comparing apples to oranges, it's just which one you want on the day. Apple juice or orange juice. What's their record right now? It just depends on the day. I love apple juice, but I also love orange juice. It just depends on the day.
Really?
Let's see. The Royals are 34-38, and the Twins are 36-35. So yeah, that's just coming down to the last week of the season. We'll see. What y'all think? Apple juice or orange juice? Chat. What y'all like? He says, I'm drinking some orange juice right now. Yeah, man. Sometimes ain't nothing like some good, what is that, vitamin C in the morning. But then it's a good switch of pace with the apple juice. So,
what would you rather have with breakfast?
Orange. Apple juice for me is more of a all-day drink. I can drink apple juice all throughout the day. Orange juice is probably in the morning. Yeah, I got a thing apple juice in there. I drink apple juice all times a day. So orange juice for me. My girl said apple. Yeah, Kelly said vodka. Yeah. Orange for breakfast for sure, man. Jay's blood sugar going dummy. Chill. Fair enough, though, fellas. We keep it rolling. Next slot, we got the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. We have the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago White Sox. We got the Kansas City Royals and my favorite team, the Texas Rangers. And we got the Brew Crew of Milwaukee out on the road facing Tao Young and the Chicago Cubs. Mama, that man on the mound today, that young ace, that young stud. What's his name? Mizrowski? Yep. Mike Wazowski. That's what we call him, Mike Wazowski. Yeah, man. How you feeling here in this slot, Ron?
Well, unfortunately, this does look to be a pretty crappy day weather-wise in baseball. Detroit could get postponed. The Chicago games, the Cardinals, White Sox, and Brewers, Cubs could be postponed. So just keep that in mind. But I am going to take the Cubs on the money line. I think Mizorowski struggles in this one. He's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of upside. I like the strikeout stuff, but I think against a tough Cubs lineup that's been great against righties all season, I think they'll be able to get to him. So I'll take Chicago on the money line. Similar spot to yesterday's game where they just too much offensively. The Brewers have been one of the weakest offenses in baseball against righties this year. So I'll lean to the Cubs. Don't really love this time slot overall. I guess I would lean towards the Rays on the money line, but that's for me a kind of a 50-50 game. So just the Cubs for me, really, in that time slot.
Fair. I lost yesterday with the White Sox. I thought it was a really good spot for them boys yesterday. Like a really, really good spot, man. And they let me down. Kind of like I was saying earlier, where you kind of just got to go back to it. Yeah, I see there's rain in Chicago. Probably won't play, but if they do, I will be on those White Sox. It's just to play on the spot, play on the situation. Don't really want to overcomplicate this too much. The White Sox 3 games below 500 at home. Right there. If you ask most people, though, I think they would think it's worse than what it is. They have a better home record than the Cardinals do on the road, and we're getting plus money. That's all I'm saying. And I think it's a decent enough price to try to take a shot. So I haven't loved the current form of the Cardinals overall the last week or two. They did show up yesterday. I'll give them credit for that. But if this game gets played, I will definitely be on the Chicago White Sox. Rangers Royals. I'm going to sound like a broken record. It looked a little ugly yesterday, but it stayed under. Just stayed under 6-1. I would go right back to it today. As much as people have bashed Patrick Corbin over the years, he's been really serviceable this year. Really serviceable. And I think against a Royals team that struggled batting most of the season, against a Rangers team that struggled batting for majority of the season, through and through under. No need to overcomplicate it. It's kind of how I see this game playing out. Ruffalo was here. He would have told you guys these are the 2 most teams that have scored 3 runs or less this season. Justin just gave out a stat I was going to look for, but Rangers 28-9 to the under at home this season. Like, it's been our money maker. We've been yapping about it for the last couple weeks. I see no reason to buck the trend today. Under Rangers. Royals, just don't trust either team bats right now. And the Rangers, they were playing well, and then they reared that ugly ass head again yesterday. And I was like, y'all got me. Not again. Sidewise, I would lean Rangers money line, though. It's kind of hard not for me to want to lean Rangers money line. There's 23-14 at home this season, while the Royals, are 16-19 on the road. So
I got some breaking news. Apple Juice just took the lead in the poll. It's been trailing the entire time, but it's just take a 51-49% lead. Apple Juice.
I told you, Apple Juice is up there. Like, people are asleep. I'm on both sides. I can't choose a side, but shout out Apple Juice, man. Shout out Apple Juice. Cubs Brew Crew. What the wind looking like in Chicago today? Oh, well, y'all said it's raining. Probably won't. Ugh, that's nasty. I want to go under. I know that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. We'll see how the weather end up playing out. Mike was out.
If it does play, the wind's going to be blowing in most likely. It's funny because on the rundown, the weather completely changed. It looked like it was going to be hitter friendly. Now it looks to be a lot more pitcher friendly.
There you go. I would. It wouldn't shock me if Mike Wazowski got blown up by the Cubs today. The Cubs are a weird team for me. I always say that, where it's like I like them in some moments. Sometimes I just hate them. Today, I just think this game would fall under. Probably, like, if I had to call it, I'm gonna say 4-3 either way. I can make an argument for the Brewers here. I really could, but I would just stick with the total under. We'll see if it gets played, though. I don't think Wazowski gets blown up. Italian could get blown up, but I don't like him. But we'll see. That's what I think about this slot, man. Just letting y'all know my thoughts. Orioles Rays was here too, right? Trevor Rogers on the bump. Interesting. Taj Bradley. Who won yesterday? The Orioles got him yesterday. Okay, Orioles. ended the hot streak for the Rays. I'm going to stay away from this one. I would lean Tampa. But now that their win streak is over, the Orioles kind of fake playing decently. I'm going to leave it alone. Tough game. All right, man. But last slide of the day, ladies and gentlemen, last slide of the day in Major League Baseball. We got the San Francisco Giants and the Cleveland Guardians. Old man Verlander on the mound versus Logan Allen. We got Framber with the extensions versus Severino and the A's. And we have the Dodgers and the Padres. Kolak versus Sheehan. At first, I thought it was Ed Sheeran. How you feeling? Or I'm gonna think I'm up here. Same thing I said yesterday, where it's like the Dodgers. There was a little stretch there where we were fading them, especially on the road, and I still think we'll be able to fade them pretty heavily on the road. But at home right now, I'm cool. I'm rocking with them. I've rocked with them the past 2 days. I would take them again today. Lay a run line again today. I just don't love the current form of the Padres, especially not on the road. The Monstars are playing well. Bats have been showing up the last couple days. They're minus 200 over their rivals, the Padres, for a reason. That's just kind of my thoughts. So run line, Dodgers today. Most of the time, I'll be fading their ass, but when it's favorable, when they're playing well, they're still the most talented team in baseball. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna lay it today. Athletics, I had them boys yesterday. They got their ass crushed. I thought it was a good spot for them to keep some momentum rolling. They were playing well off the walk-off from Nick Kurtz. I thought they would come in and play well. JP, all that. No, didn't happen. Today I would probably go back to the Astros. The Athletics at home this season, the home list, they're just not good. In this little league ballpark, they've been getting cranked all year. Severino hasn't looked great at home all year. They're 13-24 now at home for the season. Like, they're a better road team almost. And I'm rocking with the Astros. Y'all know I'm an Astros hater, but fuck, they're still playing good. Gotta rock with them today. So that's what I'm feeling here in this slot. Maybe an under Giants Guardians. I don't really trust old man Verlander though, but I don't trust the Cleveland's bats either. So under for me here in that one. We'll see how that ends up playing out. Would you like to close out the day in baseball, Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Astros too. Severino has been worse than not that great at home. He's got a 70 ERA there. He's just been dreadful. 0-6 with a 7.1 ERA, 52 innings. He's got good numbers against the current Astros lineup in past meetings, but not in Sacramento. So I think Framber may have some issues here and there in this spot because it is a very hitter-friendly stadium. But Framber is missing a lot of bats right now. His strikeout numbers are just through the roof. He does a good job of keeping the ball on the ground, limiting sharp contact. He's only given up 1 home run his last 5 games combined. The Astros have won all 5 of those games. Now you can point to the fact that they played some weak lineups: the White Sox, Pirates, Mariners, Rangers. Yes, Rangers, a very weak lineup this season, Jay. But I think that Framber will be good enough here, and I think the Astros pick up that with the W. I'll lean towards the Dodgers on the run line as well. Sheehan pitched really well in his minor league rehab starts, and his strikeout numbers were there. His control was okay. I think the Dodgers back him up, and I agree with you. I just don't love the current form of the San Diego Padres right now, especially on the road.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's all. We covered everything under the sun in today in Major League Baseball. Anything you might have missed, full card?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Didn't really love.
Oh, the Mets are dead. That's why I missed. The Mets are completely dead.
You're such a Mets hater, bro. It's okay. I'm gonna send you a Mets hat just out of love.
I actually have 2 of them.
Last game on the card today, ladies and gentlemen. It's WNBA basketball. We had a great card yesterday, 6 games, and they come back, follow it up with a 1 game. We ain't complaining. At least we got one. We got the Mercury. Sizable road favorites, laying 14.5 on the Connecticut Sun. Total 157.5. How you feeling here?
I'm going to have to take a Ruffalo in this one. I've got the side at Pick Dogs Premium, having a good start to the WNBA season, so check it out there. And I don't love WNBA totals.
Fair. I will not have a play in the WNBA tonight. I did cash it last night. I am now 17-6 on that top play this season in the WNBA. Been seeing the work really well on that top play. So just trying to keep that rolling. And no need to throw away a unit or anything like that on a game I don't love. What I would do in this game, I would take the Mercury and lay the points. But the Mercury are just not a team that I love laying points with. More of a defensive style team. They are head and shoulders the better basketball team. It's a terrible spot for Connecticut on the second leg of a back-to-back after getting beat up last night. You know, they tried to fight my girl last night, man. Still got their head dropped off. I said all season the Sun are the worst team in the league. Like, I said that from day one, too. If you go watch the first episode of the layup session this season, I said the Connecticut Sun will be the worst team in the league this year. A lot of people are like, huh? I was like, no, they're going to be bad. And I've been proven right. It's just a big number to lay with the Mercury, who, you know, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like, if the Sun weren't on a back end of a back-to-back with, you know, if they weren't on the back end of a back-to-back, I think the line would probably be like 11.5. And I still wouldn't really feel that comfortable laying it. If it was like 8.5, I would lay it with the Mercury, but double digits with this team just makes my stomach hurt. They should win this game and win it comfortably. I just don't feel comfortable with the number. So I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill for the day, man. But that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all, man. We did it. Covered everything under the sun. All 15 Major League Baseball. The one WNBA game. Money Making Wednesday, a.k.a. Hawk Romanelli Wednesday. Mr. Rundown. Good day of action today. What's okay day of action? But plenty of spots to make some money, though. 15 Major League Baseball plus 15 totals plus the WNBA. A lot of money making opportunities. What you got going on today over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I've got my – oh, here's Jay. There I am. I got my WNBA play of the night, having a good start to the WNBA season. Also got my rundown best bet in Major League Baseball. Cashed it yesterday with Chicago Cubs. So just 2 plays for me. Smaller card today, but long-term. I got my long-term plans up now on the new site, so you can check those out. As we've got the CFL. We cashed our first ticket of the season last week. We'll have some more plays most likely this week as well.
Hop on Ron the Don Romanelli. Continue to do the damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. Even in CFL. Ron be texting me, sweating CFL. I'm like, bro, I don't know. He gonna text me the other day. He gonna say, are you sweating this over under with me? And
You've got to be watching the Saskatchewan Rough Riders right now.
I am not.
If I can bet on it, I will bet on it. And I will win.
There you go, man. Hop on Ron the Don and cash you some tickets, ladies and gentlemen. For me today, small card, really small card for me today. Just baseball for me today. No WNBA. I just don't love the game enough. But in baseball, I'll have 2 or 3 plays in baseball for me today. For sure 2. Eyeing 1 more. I got my eyes on 1 more game on the board. Deciding if I'm gonna put it in or not. Likely, probably will to make it a 3-pack. If I do have a 3-pack, it'll be $40. Of course, the top play in Major League Baseball is 19. I believe I've hit 3 or 4 in a row on my top play in Major League Baseball. So either looking for my 5th or 4th in a row. I got to go double check it. But we've been seeing the board fairly well on the top play in everything. NFL, I mean, not NFL, NBA, WNBA, and Major League Baseball. So can't go wrong, man. Scoop it on my top play in each sport on the daily. Let's keep it rolling. Money Making Wednesday.
Look who decides to show up to work.
Sorry, I was out celebrating all night that the Oilers forced Game 7.
It's happening franchise.
I did. It's one of those days.
It happens. Happens to the best.
Yeah, it's one of those days.
We
How's
finished.
everybody doing?
We're doing good, man. We finished everything.
Oh, damn it! Here, I thought you know what? I thought you were saying Pacific time. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we're done. We're gonna head to parlay time, but I can spend a couple minutes with you, I guess. Anything you like today? Full card, Major League Baseball.
You know what? There's a card that I think has a lot of good value spots on the board. Definitely, but you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't take Scooble.
Scoop. How you doing it?
Run line, maybe 2.5. Team total under for the Pirates. They're just hitting lefties really well right now, and I just don't know if I can trust Andrew Heaney to be able to keep him in this game. So I'm gonna roll with the Tigers there. And what else do I like here? I like that the Milwaukee Brewers here. I like Mizorowski. I like what I saw from
Mike
from
Wazowski.
Mizorowski. Oh, from Mike Wazowski in that game. Sorry.
Fair. We were talking about that game. Both games in Chicago might get rained out today, so kind of just.
Damn it. Oh, well.
Apple juice or orange juice?
Yeah, apple juice and orange juice.
Orange juice.
Apple juice won the poll.
What was this percent?
53 to 46. I guess there was 1% undecided.
Interesting. We should have set the odds before. Apple juice would have been like plus 120.
Yeah, I would have predicted orange juice.
Fair.
Yeah, that's it for me. I'll come up with a parlay for you guys though.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what you got for sale today over at Pick Dogs Premium today, franchise?
I just got my $19 pick-off play on the board. Right now, I'm going to have a couple more plays on there. I'm probably going to be able to put out a 5-pack today for Major League Baseball. So make sure that you check that out. You already heard what the other guys have on board today. So you can pair all three of us up. You can pair us up as part of that multi-capper promotion. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off.
Hop on with the franchise, man. Let's do the damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. Parlay time. Parlay. Run the dumb. What you got for me today?
I'm going to go with the Braves on the money line and the Astros on the money line.
I like it. Little two-team action in and out. Grace.
Let's go with the Blue Jays. Let's go with the under in the WNBA game and the Oilers in Game 7.
It's over, Chris.
Wait, what?
It's over.
What? But I could have sworn.
Boys got obliterated.
Huh.
That's how you defend some shit, Panthers. That's how you.
Well, this is awkward.
For mine today, we're gonna go with the. Who did I say earlier? I said I was gonna pair somebody up. It was. Let me see. Who was it? It was the Braves. That's who it was. Atlanta. We'll go Atlanta with the Dodgers. That's nasty, disgusting, but what can you do? A little two-team in and out parlay. Should be near even money. I don't see the Dodgers losing to the Padres in their current form. And the Mets on the road, I just can't trust them. So if you're feeling greedy, you can put Tigers on there in some capacity, but being greedy, we'll see. Chris, I had to fade plus money demon today. I had to fade him. Paul Blackburn, I had to fade him.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it, but I don't like the Mets' current form, so it is what it is.
What you got for that?
I know. Oh,
Shit.
what you got for us, Parlay?
Blue Jays and
Oh, you went.
Under-
You went.
and the Oilers in Game 7.
Fair enough. That's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We did it. We did it. We covered everything under the sun. All 15 baseball plus the dub. The dog days of summer are here. We're just here to help you guys navigate through it. Any final words from y'all fellas before we get out of here?
We are very close to 250,000 subscribers. Could it be you that's the 250th, 100,000th subscriber? You don't get a prize. You don't get anything special, but you can at least know that you were the one that put us over the hump.
It could be today. Let me see where we at.
Could be today. Could be tomorrow. Won't be yesterday.
Ron's going to personally send out a Baby Ruth to anybody who gets the 250,000.
Sure.
Chocolate bar of your choice.
Let me see where we at. We are right now. The computer be moving slow.
250 away.
For real? Ooh, shit. We can do that today. We could do that today.
We could. Let's all come on. Call grandma. I'll call her right after this. You gotta subscribe.
Subscribe, man. 250 away. Man, that's insane. That's insane. It feels like we're just at 100,000 like 3 months ago. Man. Also, website still experiencing a couple issues. If you have any issues, just hit up support. They'll try to get to you in a really timely manner and figure out and help fix anything that may not be going right. Bear with us for the next couple days as we get everything to run smoothly. So bear with us. Appreciate y'all. And any questions, concerns, or anything like that, first hit up support on the site, and then if need be, I guess you could DM me, Chris, or Ron, like y'all do anyway. So we'll help you. We'll try our best to do so. So that's really all I got for y'all today, ladies and gentlemen. Man, Money Making Wednesday, trying to do the damn thing today. So, Chris, Ron, anything else? All right.
Still trying to decide what kind of cake I'm going to get for the 250,000.
Birthday.
Yeah, I think so. I think I have to. Should I do the 250 candles, or is that cheesy?
This is the thing that's okay to be cheesy for in life, because many people don't reach this accurate.
Or should I do 250 individual candles?
Good luck with that. You're gonna burn your damn house down.
Yeah, well, I'm a fire risk as it is. So.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. Make it a winning day. See y'all tomorrow. Try to act more professional tomorrow. Brad will be here tomorrow. Brad wins bets.